Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to game number 3 of the PUBG Reddit end of season custom games. Now, we've had both Erangel and Miramar. We are now going to be moving on to the NA server for games 3 and 4 to make sure that everyone gets a fair crack of the whip. After 2 games, Team Baboons are in first place with a commanding 810 points and 21 kills. However, Team Grinder are right behind them on 565 points, but 23 kills, which is even more. So we'll see if they can try and catch up. Widgaff are next to them. They're on 17 kills, but only on 445 points. So they have a little bit of catching up to do, but it is possible. Penguin Carriers are 4th, and the Zoo are in 5th. All right, we have what I would call a 3 o'clock to 10 o'clock plane path coming out here for game number 3. We're back on Erangel. Let's see where people choose to move. Looks like no one going north, so Stalba Kameshki is completely and utterly empty. And interestingly, I see nobody going Yasnaya either. A very late parachute, if that is to Yasnaya. I think that's Space Army, who unfortunately now is a solo player, looking like he is going to be going north. I wonder if he realizes there are no parachutes and therefore he can go Yasnaya and have all of that loot to himself. I wish him the best of luck in this game. Hellraiser is back, so we found out what happened to him last game, by the way. They had to team kill Hellraiser because he disconnected, and he was the member of the team driving the car, so they literally couldn't change his seat. So unfortunate to see that happen, but we're very happy to see him back here in game number 3. South Georgia Paul is infested, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, wow. It looks like Ronnie Cray, Rise, and Donsel are going to be going to back 6, and 2 different squads, including Redneck Randy and co, are going to be aiming for OP houses. Very interesting indeed. This means that Dream Team will be getting into early game engagements once again. Rise right next to Redneck Randy. These guys really do love their engagements. The problem is Rise, Ronnie Cray, and Donsel are really good, as are Redneck Randy, LRK, and Jonesy. So this will be fun to watch them have at it. Redneck Randy actually going all the way to back 6 to contest this. So there is, actually both people moving out of the building almost simultaneously there. So Redneck Randy knowing that Ronnie Cray and Rise will be nearby. So they'll have 1 house each worth of loot to consider. Ooh, interestingly though, there are 2 teams that went Venice or Watertown, depending on whatever you like to call it. It looks like iSoda Pop dying very early on to Lockjet from Team Tsunami 23. Interesting choice of drop location for the Penguin Carriers. Maybe not expecting anyone else to be here, but you never know with this sort of meta decision making, if you like. They did indeed have company. So 2 different teams here. Team Tsunami trying to wipe out the Penguin Carriers, only getting the 1 kill so far. Gwendog, I thought that was weird because it was the same color, but it's a different team. They are in a fight elsewhere. This is the Zoo trying to take out team number 6, Toxic, who are in Rojok with them. Getting 2 people down by that broken wall is very useful. Okay, still on that roof. Can potentially take more shots onto Gwendog. Falco is close to his 2 down teammates, but he can't do anything for them at the moment. Silent Ninja about to bleed out. OK taking more shots, and more team members are now going to know from the Zoo that OK is on the roof, potentially sniping out everyone else in sight, unfortunately. Can't help his teammates, though. Lucky Wings all the way north side of the road. Absolutely jack he can do about this right now. Dude Gray still down by the broken wall. Duck potentially coming out looking for a knock, but realizes they don't need to finish the kill right now, as OK has got oversight of that position. It's effectively a 3v1. Dude Grace moves just far enough away from the broken wall of that entrance there for Duck to get the final kill with the micro Uzi. Gwendog with that. Is that a golden P92? I mean, talk about unnecessary. I wonder if that's 1 shot, 1 kill. She is not going to be finding OK, I think, as he runs back downstairs. So it looks like it's a 2v3 situation. Jay Wick has gone down and is, in fact, out of the game. Lucky Wings and OK are continuing to attempt to push in here. Looks like a bit of a stalemate so far, but at least they're making some progress. OK back into the window of the house. Gwen is going to be peeking, but extremely slowly, to the point where OK doesn't actually see her peek. Okay, now rushing over to that single story, but gets taken down at the broken wall. Falco knows where he is as well and is going to try and loop around to try and take him out. Lucky Wings is still there looking for Duck. He needs to get this kill onto Duck if he wants any chance whatsoever in reviving his teammates. They are opposite quarters of the same one-story building, and Falco is going to be coming into support very shortly. He's now... Oh, he sees Lucky Wings as well. Duck is going to be able to help there. OK goes down as well, so Lucky Wings on his lonesome. Falco spotting him from the side. Lucky Wings getting down behind. Wendog is still down inside the building, but there will be enough time to revive her as Lucky Wings goes down to Duck. And team number 6, Toxic, are eliminated in Rojok. Relatively central circle, pushed slightly towards the north here. Still 17 teams and 52 people alive. Elsewhere on the map, the Painkillers have Sosnovka Island completely to themselves. In Milta, we have Team Baboons. And to the right-hand side of them, we actually have a mixture of TDT and the Minnie Mouse Appreciation Society. So that's quite interesting. They've already lost one member, and Matrax needs to get away from them as quickly as... Oh, sorry, Aliba, rather, needs to get away from these guys as quickly as possible because Aliba is all on their own. Tony Soprano, 92, is going to be at Milta Power as well. But they are incredibly split. Oh, my God. UK07 is in North George. What the hell? Okay, the Mike Myers Appreciation Society has never been more split. This is insane. They're basically playing as 4 solo players right now. And or 3 solo players, I should say. Really questionable there. Especially for the Milta guys who are next to a couple of teams. All right, what else do we have here? He can't actually see, I don't think. Ronnie Cray and co. A couple of walls are going to prevent that. Ronnie Cray will get picked back up to rejoin his team. Team Grinder at the moment still locked in battle with the combination of Dream Team. Oh, is Dream Team out, actually? I see, because it could be a mini-map bug. That's team number 8. Yeah, they are out. My, oh my, Dream Team going out early on. It looks like picking a fight with Team Grinder was not in their best interest. PUBG Lebanon are still near them. They are around OP houses in South George as well. Oh, hang on. No, hang on a second. They're not out. I see them in a car. LRK is driving just north of Ruins. There we go. The LRK is the only person alive, though, so Jonesy and Redneck Randy have bitten bullets. And he's going to be moving towards Watertown. Now, he doesn't know that several teams have already fought over Watertown, and most of it's already going to be looted. He will find that out shortly and be slightly disappointed. But he is at least in circle. The Penguin Carriers are south of shooting range with no one close to them. So who else is outside? That's team 11 on the left. That's the Noobsters regaining their full roster for this game. And even further towards the west, we have team 18, Team Phantom, who are playing a very split strategy. Catch it in Hospital, actually quite close to the rest of PUBG Lebanon and Team Grinder. Not 10 seconds kind of close, but certainly a I don't want to walk in that direction kind of close. Especially if you are split from your team. Ronnie Cray with the classic red dot car 98. Looking for AMS. AMS appears to be looking at paintings on the wall at the moment, not actually peeking out of any of those windows. Stood very far back. He thinks they're in the close building. They're not. They're in the next one along. Donsel and Goliath very close to each other. Couple of shots being loose, but I don't actually think anyone got hit there. Ghost 656 with the AK and the very sharp looking guard's uniform as well. I think Ronnie Cray knows where he is at that wall as well. Couple of shots going out against him and Rise. It's effectively a 2v1 if they can cross the street here. So Ronnie Cray may be using this as an opportunity to try and push in. Going up into this 3-story is a great idea. I think he might actually have to go further onto the top floor if he wants a properly clear view. But Ghost is now tied down. And yes, Ronnie Cray is in fact going to go higher. Great shot, actually. That was a first shot headshot from that AK. And suddenly we are having problems for PUBG Lebanon. Oh my god, a second headshot on AMS as well. Ronnie Cray is absolutely losing it on these guys. And that's going to mean Rise is rushing across as well to try and finish everybody off. Massive push coming in now. Goliath is all the way over here next to Donsel. Isn't going to be able to help his teammates. Ghost and AMS both go down. Goliath now just chilling out. Really not much else he can do, unfortunately. I wonder if Donsel has radioed back to his team that someone is still in this building. Oh, well, if he didn't before, he certainly did now. He actually got a glimpse of him then. South George really proving to be a bit of a hotspot. But now we're playing cleanup duty from Team Grinder. Meanwhile, in Rojok, the Zoo is getting ambushed by Sway Esports. From the top of the mountain to the bottom. Falcon is down. Duck is down. Gwendog is not yet down. That was a slightly questionable frag grenade to begin with. I think it's because the houses haven't loaded in yet. We will get there. Duck is about to bleed out. A Falco looks like is going to go down as well, and which means Gwen, north of the road in Rojok and effectively running away, is going to be the only other person here. That's Falco going down. Everybody else from Team Zoo are now out here in game number 3. Not ideal for the team at all. What if anyone saw this crate land, actually? We're quite far away from anyone at the moment. That's a Mark 14. Team 23 are close enough. Team Tsunami, yeah, Fabrice will certainly have seen that. He's all over that. Okay. So that's going to be useful. It's possible that Team Phantom also saw it. They're in the really nice compound just north of the bridge there, but they are making no moves towards taking it by the looks of things. Or are they? Oh, me, oh my. Big Germinator and Finn are going to have to reconsider their position here. And they will indeed choose to just move right on by and allow the other team to grab the crate, which I am fully in support of at this point. Zilex looking to connect. A little bit too far, though, unfortunately, as Babris manages to get the right side of the crate to protect himself from damage. This next zone is going to be going north of the river towards Severny. This is a very interesting position to be in, because if it centers away from Severny, there really are very few compounds that people can actually go into. If you imagine the next circle, for example, after this one, just completely donuts, Space Army 73 and Penguin Carriers are in the circle, but there are a grand total of about, what, 4 or 5 buildings for people to hide in, and there are currently 16 teams. So that's going to be very entertaining if that's what happens for the next circle. In the meantime, though, all of Rojok is in, and there's no 100% necessary plan for people to rush up just yet. We're watching TDT. The Soup King, unfortunately, is also traveling on foot right now. It's going to take quite a long time for them to get up. Oh my, Johnny Tsunami getting taken out by running people over. Some say he'll be able to get the Quake weapon. He'll be able to get the Quake weapon from Fabris as well. So that Mark 14 is all his if he wants it. Really nice bit of driving there. Getting 2 people with the buggy. Was not expecting that. More shots onto Air's Tree, Jinx and Co from afar from Nick Yamaneza. Oh wow, Airtree actually gets down almost with the last shot in the smoke, but Jinx will be able to get him up again. Properly out in the open. Something takes out Aliba. Now I think Aliba's teammates are still alive. There is still someone from the Marshall Mathers Appreciation Society, right? Yes, that's right. So we've got Tony Soprano still in a UAZ, and UK07 in the world's craziest split is still busy just chilling out in North George. Airtree now using the smoke to run away. Very sensible decision after getting knocked before. Jinx coming up the hill with him. She is going to be flanking, being his bodyguard, and doing an excellent job of that after getting him up. But they still have a long way to go. Next circle, not quite donuts. We've got Severny still in here, but it's looking closer and closer towards the edge of the circle. LRK and Space Army very close to each other right now. It looks like, wow, LRK waiting for a perfect kill opportunity. I think Space Army is challenging him to a pan battle, but I can't be sure. Doesn't look like LRK is particularly interested at the moment. They should really talk to each other in-game. Suggest a gentleman's duel. Oh, LRK is really pushing it. He's decided that he can comfortably take this 1v1. I think he knows he's up against a Tommy gun as well. Space Army 79 on to next to no health, but he takes out LRK. And that is Dream Team eliminated. That's with Space Army on about no health. He flops to the ground almost in death himself here. But he will survive. We're all rooting for Space Army. Katie is about to get a very special delivery as well. We have another crate just south of Severny. It's going to be an M249 with a suppressor. And full level 3 kit, of course. Suppressor, that extra little random bit of kit that whoever the crate master is decides to chuck out of the plane for no explicable reason. Sometimes it's attack stock. Tony Soprano and UK07 finally reunited on the western edge of the circle, taking some pot shots now at the passing team grinder, but it doesn't look like anything is particularly effective. UK07 will be wanting a headshot with this Car 98, but he misses the car entirely. Next circle, still with a bit of Severny in it. This is very low percentage, I have to say. And a very big northwest shift. Shooting range is fully in the circle, of course, but it's also incredibly dangerous to be in there because you're effectively in a valley where loads and loads of people have great angles on you. So I expect shooting range to be devoid of people, which means these 14 teams are going to have very, very few places to hide in this next circle. Gwen Dog being one with the bush. Just wanting to survive to the top 10. That'll be useful at this point. Space Army, no doubt, will be doing something very similar. And here comes the rest of Team Baboons, the winners of games 1 and 2, absolutely stamping their authority on this end of season tournament so far. Let's see how far they get. Oh, don't stop at the shack. Your boy Jonathan's thinking about it. Oh no, oh no, oh no. This is not good at all. Jonathan spots Space Army, gets taken out by Space Army. Unfortunately, he has teammates right here. Here comes Invin and a small child and Top Putik. And everybody is going to be surrounding this this chat. There's... Oh, come on. Find a way, find a way. There is no finding a way, unfortunately. Space Army 73 get DP28'd to death. And as a direct result, we go down to 13 teams. But commendable effort from him there. Meanwhile, Invin going towards shooting right now. This, again, is something that I find very risky. That's Team Datarol managing to spot him. Kanjamansa actually from up top to Puntik. With the sniper. Look, so many people have great angles on you the moment you come down into shooting range. It's potentially disastrous. Very difficult position to be in if you commit to being inside there. I do not recommend it. Which is why I'm a little bit surprised that Invin decided to head down himself. Maybe he thought it was completely unlooted. I'm not sure. But he is on very, very low health right now. And he really should consider using that first aid kit that he has in his inventory. The Hulk gets taken out by yo boy Jonathan as well. So that's 2 members down now for Team Datarol. Being caught in that valley. Not good when someone rocks up on you. Dovlex trying to run away. He's down to less than 50% health now. Seeing if he can use the smoke to potentially revive one of his teammates, possibly the Hulk. He's going to have to heal himself first before he thinks about that. John 41 still behind, but he's only got a red dot on that M4. So being able to zero into his enemies and try and place a returning fire, trying to cover, very difficult thing for him to do right now. Plenty of people with snipers and significantly better scopes than his red dot are shooting his way. He also doesn't have the numbers advantage. It looks like the Hulk will not survive either. So Team 7, Team Datterall now down to 2 people. Can Dovlex and John 41 escape with their lives? Poor Dovlex being shot by approximately everybody. He hasn't done anything to anyone. I mean, he's got 0 kills, right? He shouldn't be too hating on him there, unfortunately, but he manages to find a little bit of space. In the meantime, Tony Soprano 92 goes down. That means the Mickey Mantle Appreciation Society is out of the game in 13th place. We now have a potential urban confrontation as Penguin Carriers and TDT both arrive in Severity very close to each other. Soup King might be about to walk into someone if he is not careful. Penguin Sniper and Casey extremely close to his position right now as well, both at the broken wall. And the rest of TDT are chilling through these southern, I should say, buildings. Almost said northern for a second based on where you're looking, but of course if you look on the mini-map, it is very much south. And once that gets looted, they might run across and we could see a 3v2 full-on team fight in the next 45 seconds or so. Added to that, of course, is the fact that the Penguin Carriers have to move. If you take a look at where they are in the circle, in 45 seconds, they have to run towards shooting range. I actually think the team that might be in the best position right now is Gwendog. Absolutely fine. She is one with the bush. The bush is with her. Very, very chilled out. No need to have to deal with any of those pesky people with guns. Team Phantom are also in a good position, and they have significantly more people than Gwendog, to be fair. We are now on board with the Painkillers, who are looking like they have gotten into an argument with Sway Esports, and Sway Esports are very insistent that they're going to win. Probably not. Getting very close on the flank on the right-hand side. And Dan Meister taking down Supreme. So probably not versus probably bad. And Black Deeb goes down, which means Team 12 are out of the game. That's it for the Painkillers. And whoa, what happened while that was going on? Oh me, oh my. Katie and Penguin Sniper just casually walking past the rest of the Dream Team. TDT all died where they stood. Oh, what a pity that we missed that. Gwendog out of the game to Puntic, managing to spot her, taking her out with a headshot from that sniper rifle. All sorts of action going on right now. This is Order 66, Team 10. Coming up against Team Datterall, or what remains of Team Datterall, I should say. Dovlex on his own, as John 41 has gone down as well. Found a nice little depression in the landscape for him to live in, but he is potentially going up in a 1v4 situation, so he just wants to comfortably stay unseen. He's still getting hit by a whole bunch of people up the hill, but maybe Team 10 don't realize that they might be shooting at someone else. Dovlex getting closer. Spot Sergo. Get Sergo. Is the rest of the team alerted to the fact that someone might be behind them? We'll keep an eye on the rest of Order 66. In the meantime, Invin managing to get another kill off onto the Noobsters. They're not quite out of the game yet. In fact, I think they could be revivable, but they are down to one person, and that one person is CJ, who to Puntic just absolutely dispatched with the DP-28. So that is the Noobsters out of the game. Rise taking shots on Team Datterall. He's solo Datterall now. Not quite leading the shots enough to get those hits. One tag at the moment. Dovlex continuing to run. We believe in you, Forrest. You can do it. Team Grinder still alive. Still with I was about to say still with 4 people, but that's not true. They are with 3. We have a team fight going down now in the south here. Looks like Whitgaff have decided they want to push in to the compound currently occupied by Team Phantom. The problem is, probably bad, is third partying here and actually took down Airtree. This is going to mean some Saint doesn't necessarily have the level of support that he wants. Trying to take a few shots at Finn, both of them with their shots to start things off. But there are potentially 2 different teams to worry about here. Finn spots some Saint on the side, gets a nice flank. Instant down onto him. And I do not think the rest of the team are anywhere close, unfortunately. Jinx and Drave managing to pick up Air Tree, but are nowhere close to being able to support some Saints, sadly. Penguin Carriers 2.0 after that amazing engagement where they take out TDT are now getting into the circle from the north side. Dovlek still running around, not really sure what he's doing. Looking for a safe entry point, presumably. We are on board with Sway Esports right now, who are a little bit in between several other teams, but actually outside of short-range distance. So they've sort of cleared their compound. Very happy to kind of sit and chill. Team Phantom were involved in that fight with Widgaff, and it looks like they've rotated away. And Team Grinder are now coming into the mix as well. Baboons back out in the middle of the circle. 1-2 games in a row now. Great points coming their way. They've already got 8 kills to their name this game as well. Really, really strong. Ronnie Cray spotting Drave, dispatching of Drave, spotting Jinx. Not quite dispatching of Jinx, though. He goes down to about 5% hit points and needs to heal up ASAP. Your boy Jonathan hears the shots, spots him, takes him down. That's the problem when you're out in the open and you start shooting. You attract attention from places you wouldn't otherwise expect. Jinx going down extremely low. She is going to have to heal straight away. The Speechless One coming in for the flank right next to the tree where Jinx is healing. And that, unfortunately, isn't for a flank on Jinx, which means the Speechless One is going to go down. Surprised he didn't realize Jinx was there, but Disaster takes out Jinx after, by the looks of things, she downs the Speechless One. Sapuntic has been on an absolute tear this game, getting another headshot with that DP28 on to catch it. But he goes down himself to Xylex. That's Team Phantom finally starting to fight with Team Baboons, who are still effectively out in the middle of everything as we go down to 17 and 16 alive in the PUBG Reddit end of season tournament. So teams that are in a good position at the moment, I'm still liking the look of Team Phantom. Ooh, interesting. Order 66 is eliminated by Donsel. Team Grinder still fragging away. Donsel now taken down. Still fragging away. That was an instant caster curse right there because Donsel was the last surviving member. We are down to 5 teams here. Still liking the look of team number 18, Team Phantom. They have to fight against the Baboons who are in the middle of the circle, but the Baboons also have to fight against Sway Esports to the east. So there is the potential just for several teams to be ganging up here, and Nikia Mineta is proving that correct straight away. They're in a great central position, but it just means that they're going to be fighting 2 or 3 teams at once, and they have to pick a safe place to fight one direction at a time. And Tapuntic getting dangerously close to falling out of the game entirely. Your boy Jonathan also downed as well and out. Probably bad, doing a great job this game with some support from his teammate, Network Nerd. And this next circle is so good for Team Phantom, but is actually quite good for Team Baboons as well. If they don't get involved in all of these engagements and just wish to come out and try and mop up at the end, they can actually do very well for themselves and be in the running to win a 3rd game in a row. As it stands, though, the chip's not quite in their favor, even though they have a decent position. Penguin, Sniper, and Co. are now moving in via the top of the circle. I'm still surprised that they managed to get out of Severity the way they did, but Penguin and Katie looking like they make a good team there. In the meantime, Network Nerd spotted out and unable to return fire by the looks of things, and Chep, though, helping him out by getting an instant knock onto Invin. The Baboons here really need to dig deep. They, yes, they're fighting this squad in one direction, but they, to be honest, if I were them, I'd get slightly closer to the edge of the circle and not try and fight 3 squads at once, because that's effectively what's happening right now. Pan takes a shot. Sway Esports looking for the revive on Adchat. And they can't. Oh my, Team Baboons in the middle of everything. They are really good, but we were saying how difficult their position was going to be. They are out in 4th place, ladies and gentlemen. So there are 3 people left. Three teams left, I should say. We have Team 18, Team Phantom, Team 2, Penguin Carriers, and Team 22, Sway Esports. 2v3, v4. 9 people left. 29.5 minutes have elapsed. This is game number 3. We're playing on North America. It's Erangel, and this is the PUBG Reddit end of season tournament. Finnob spotting Team 22. Sway Esports looking to return the favor, but they can only do that after 2 of their number go down. And probably Bad is in a difficult position. Catch it, spotting him on the flank, and that is it. We have Team Phantom wiping out Sway Esports. Now, is Finn revivable? It looks like it, which means that this is going to be a 4v2 situation. Team Phantom should be able to get everyone up, and it is them versus Casey and Penguin. 4v2 now for the chicken dinner in game number 3. A lot of points on the line for the leaderboard, and that consistently good performance is going to be so important. Penguin and Katie will be happy regardless of the outcome of this fight. Looking for the target with that Mini 14. Won't find it yet. Be wary of flanks. This is a 4v2 situation. Great hits, actually. Zylex onto Katie, and this puts enormous pressure onto Penguin now. This is, for all intents and purposes, a 1v4. And he's been spotted out. The team are telling everyone else where that rock is. This is where Penguin is located. A little bit of a flank coming out from Finn. And he manages to complete it. Excellent spray control on the M4. And that means the Team Phantom win game number 3 of 4 here in the PUBG Reddit end of season tournament. Congratulations to them, but what fantastic consistency by the Penguin Carriers, it has to be said. Commiserations to Network Nerd, Dan Meister, and Chep, and probably Bad. They did a fantastic job to finish in 3rd place. Those guys are Sway Esports. So that's going to be it for game number 3, which means game number 4 will be on Miramar, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be playing on the North American server still, of course. We'll be right back after this break. Don't go anywhere.